Brie Larson is firing back at Disney, but what exactly has her so furious? With the Marvels hitting record lows at the box office, Larson is not just blaming studio decisions, she's also pointing fingers at toxic fans who she feels are undermining her character's potential. Is she right to be angry? What went wrong behind the scenes that led to this disaster? And could this backlash spell the end of her career in the MCU? In today's video, we dive deep into Larson's explosive comments, the shocking truth about the Marvels, and the future of her role in the Marvel Universe. Stick around as we unravel the chaos behind this controversial film and its impact on both Brie Larson and Disney. As many of you are aware, The Marvels has emerged as one of the poorest performing films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in recent history. It recorded the lowest opening and box office figures for any Marvel film. This serves as a clear indication that Kevin Feige may be struggling to steer the MCU in the right direction. With a series of missteps, it's hard to see a path toward improvement anytime soon. Recently, Feige himself acknowledged that he has no plans to shift away from the controversial decisions that have been infiltrating the MCU under Disney's direction. When it comes to Brie Larson, we know her reputation as an actress who often struggles with criticism. She has shown a strong focus on both her successful roles and the ones she's lost. Recently, Larson has spoken out about The Marvels, directed by Nia DaCosta, and her comments reflect a deep-seated resentment towards Disney and Marvel Studios. She believes that the handling of her character and the film's overall direction has been detrimental, particularly given the movie's financial struggles. One of the critical issues she points to is the film's excessive budget. She feels this was a major miscalculation on Feige's part. Kevin Feige should have pushed back against Disney regarding the budget decisions for the Marvels and worked to reduce it. Interestingly, as the film continues to perform poorly at the box office with no signs of improvement, Brie Larson's reaction to both the film itself and the changes it underwent has come into sharper focus. She expressed her feelings, stating, "What happened with this film was unfair, not just to me as an actress, but also to my character, Carol Danvers. Often, studios don't seem to understand what they're doing in terms of film and television more frequently than not. I feel that Marvel and Disney failed to grasp the true value of Captain Marvel." Larson revealed that Captain Marvel had significantly more scenes in the initial cuts before the film was released in theaters. According to her, the decisions made by Marvel and Disney were misguided. They stem from an over-reliance on a vocal minority of fans. She emphasized the frustration of being an actress whose pivotal scenes can be cut at a moment's notice, particularly after investing so much effort into filming, sometimes working 16-hour days on set. "It feels like losing a piece of your life," she lamented. "Such decisions are often irresponsible and based on misguided reactions." She continued, addressing the broader issue within the industry, saying that too many studios are swayed by what she described as toxic fans who seem to feel entitled to dictate the direction of a story or character. Larson believes that Captain Marvel should have been the focal point of the narrative, as was originally planned. However, the direction shifted to create an ensemble cast, a decision she disagreed with. She noted that plans for a sequel to her original film were in place before this change occurred. At this juncture, it's important to recognize that Brie Larson's connection to the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a significant part of her career. We've discussed how her role as Captain Marvel has become a central pillar in her professional life. In recent times, many studios have distanced themselves from Brie Larson, including Universal. As we discussed a few days ago, she was initially slated to participate in an all-female spin-off of the Fast and Furious franchise, which would feature all the prominent female characters from the series. Vin Diesel confirmed that this project is still in development. However, Universal has now dropped her from the lineup. For those who may not be aware, Larson portrayed Mr. Nobody's daughter in Fast X, but now she risks losing that role as well, along with her connections to other major studios like Warner Brothers. It's worth noting that she was also expected to be involved in a sequel to Kong Skull Island, but those plans fell through due to the ongoing challenges she's facing in her career. The reality is that Larson's reputation has been affected significantly. Many label her as box office poison. She often struggles with public relations, particularly when it comes to promoting her films and television projects. This pattern of behavior has certainly contributed to her current situation in Hollywood. Interestingly, Larson's frustrations towards Disney and Marvel Studios have become increasingly apparent, particularly regarding the creative choices made by Kevin Feige for the Marvels. She is clearly unhappy about the film being structured as an ensemble cast, which diverges from her vision for the character of Captain Marvel. You may recall that during an interview for Fast X, this was several months ago, prior to the SAG strike, she expressed bitterness about whether fans even wanted her to return to the MCU. In a candid moment, she questioned, "Oh, I don't know if anyone wants me." This reflects her growing concern about her place in the franchise and her overall career trajectory. In her remarks, Larson implied uncertainty about her place in the franchise, saying something along the lines of, who knows? I don't know. This paraphrase captures the essence of her sentiment. What's particularly noteworthy is how this connects to her expectations and further criticisms of Disney and their handling of the film. Larson pointed out that fans have been vocal in declaring the Marvels a failure, celebrating its poor performance. She expressed frustration, stating, "I guess this is the nonsense that you have to deal with if you are in a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie. It's just loud, entitled fans who believe they have power over the cast, crew, and everyone who worked tirelessly on this project." Her assertion highlights her belief that studios must improve their decision-making regarding character screen time and the overall significance of these roles, especially in major Marvel productions. It's telling that Larson continues to place the blame on the fans, labeling them as either entitled, loud, or toxic. These descriptors are often echoed within the fan communities and are sometimes perpetuated by actors, directors, and writers themselves. Regardless of whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, or any other franchise owned by companies like Disney, there seems to be a recurring theme of creators distancing themselves from audience criticism. Brie Larson's comments reveal her bitterness and the emotional toll that this situation has taken on her, driven by her dashed expectations regarding the film's artistic and financial outcomes. It's becoming increasingly clear that her career trajectory is in serious jeopardy, paralleling the challenges faced by other actresses like Amber Heard, Rachel Zegler, and even Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who have also seen a decline in blockbuster opportunities. This situation underscores a broader trend in Hollywood, where studios are only beginning to recognize the need to reassess their strategies. They are slowly waking up to the reality that the tides are changing, and they must adapt accordingly. Studios are just starting to identify which actors and actresses have become box office poison and which ones still hold value, leading them to distance themselves from those who are underperforming. However, it's important to clarify that the failure of the Marvels at the box office cannot be solely attributed to Brie Larson. There are numerous factors at play here. For anyone who has watched the film, it's evident that the storyline lacks focus and direction. The writing often feels awkward and cringeworthy, and I could easily compile a long list of criticisms aimed at this movie. But of course, everyone is entitled to their own perspective. Opinions will vary, so I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what you think. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. I appreciate all your feedback, and I'll catch you in the next one.